Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Night Talk. I'm your host, Gena Tripp. In this episode, we're shining a spotlight on student excellence, the drive, dedication, and creativity that they make that makes our campus stand out. You'll hear from students who are pushing boundaries, leading by example, and showing what it really means to go above and beyond, not just in college, but also in life. Today, I have Lauren and Cash with me. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, your major, what you like to do. And yes, I'm gonna let Lauren start off.
Hi, my name is Lauren Faulkner. I'm a grad student in the Technical and Professional Writing program. I am also editor-in-chief for the Fall Line Review, which is MGA's literary magazine, and I'm really excited to be here today.
My name is Kashawn Barr. I am a current senior aviation science and management flight concentration, and also the current sitting SGA president, and a slew of other things. I'm just a jack of all trades, some might say.
Okay, welcome to the show, you guys. I just want you guys to feel at ease. We're just having a conversation. Just to get everything started off, can you each tell me a little bit about your journey to Middle Georgia State? Like what brought you to your current program? For me personally, I started out as a nursing major and then somehow found my way into being a media and communications major, which is on like way opposite sides of the spectrum. So yes, I'm just curious to hear about you guys' journey. Lauren, you wanna go first?
Um, yeah, as a grad student, I initially started going to MGA back when it was still Macon State College, back after high school, and I was graduated with a degree in criminal justice first, actually. I joined the military. I kind of was lost a little bit and ended up finding my way back to Middle Georgia State University and really remembered as a child I had a passion for writing, and I began with the new creative writing program. And then I ended up working my way into the master's degree program and really found a love for writing again.
Well, Lauren, I want to say, as somebody currently in service, thank you for your service. I myself,
Oh, thank you too.
I moved all around the country. I'm a military kid, and during my time staying in Columbus, I stayed in Columbus my junior year. Excuse me, I stayed in Kentucky. My apologies. And out there, I was actually like in one of my engineering classes. I got in trouble playing like a flight sim in class because we're supposed to be learning how to build stuff via 3D model. My teacher, she was like, "I'll give you the number to a flight instructor, but I need you to get back on task." I was like, "Cool." So I accepted the number. I gave the guy a call, and eventually we went up into the air. And I remember just manipulating the rudders, and I was like, "Oh my God, I want to do this for the rest of my life." And after that year, we ended up moving to Georgia. I qualified for the Hope Scholarship by like a 3.0, like two. It was like really, really close. But regardless, I chose Middle Georgia because I get in-state tuition with a merit-based scholarship, and it just seemed like it made sense. And since I've been here, I've truly, truly enjoyed myself and feel like I've been given the skills that I need not only to shine in the workplace, but also lead as well.
Wow, I love both of that. I feel like when you're in college, like people expect you to know like what you want to do right off the bat. And just like in reality, that's not always gonna be like true. So I'm glad that, each of us, we each started in something, but then we moved to something different. So I just think that's really cool. Both of you guys are very active out, like with your extracurricular activities. I know Cash, you said you're the SGA president, and Lauren, you're the editor in chief for the Fall Line Review. So I'm just curious to think, what does student success or excellence mean to you personally?
Um, Student success or student excellence, it really boils down to knowing your capabilities as an individual. But if we're talking about on a general basis, I think it really starts with students knowing and understanding the power of their voice and being able to actually come together to be able to speak on the things that they want. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was telling them, I said one of our biggest problems, or not even a problem, but a roadblock, is that students oftentimes spend time complaining to each other, and they don't know exactly who to give those complaints to or how to resolve their issues. And that's what we as the SGA are here for. So my measure of success for SGA at least is trying to get students to know and understand the power of their voice. When we get there, we'll be perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. Student success for me is something that I didn't really have a good grasp of when I was an undergrad. I think I was just trying to, rush through and get my degree. But now that I'm in the graduate program, student success to me is really just having a really good balance of like work and home, not letting school overwhelm you and being like your truest self, really, to enjoy this time that you get to spend learning and, just absorbing as much as you can because we learn a lot in the classroom, but I think we learn a lot from, having conversations like these and, conversing with our fellow students and professors.
I totally agree with what both of y'all said. That's very true. So that leads me to my next question. Have you faced any challenges along the way? And how did you overcome them while maintaining your focus on excellence? In either
Um,
Cash or Warren.
you know, I str- yeah, I struggle with ADHD and anxiety. And I think that ADHD and anxiety is something that a lot of people this day and age can, you know, relate to. The world right now is just filled with anxiety, and it's really easy to let those outside anxieties affect you in the classroom or, just it's so easy to pick up your phone and read something that will make you struggle with focusing on your work. And I think that one, putting the phone down is a good way to sort of like overcome a lot of the anxieties and struggles that we have with learning. As far as ADHD, everybody learns differently. And I wish that when I was in high school or undergrad, that someone would have told me that like you don't have to learn the same way that everybody else does. Because once I started learning the way or, studying the way that I learn, that's when I really started being successful in academically. So be yourself and do what works for you.
I have no choice but to agree with that. I was definitely spot on. I think one of my biggest challenges, at least, is making sure that I have good time management skills. Being actively involved in so many different roles takes a lot of time away from each thing individually. So being able to properly allocate my time is how I'm managing and being able to stay successful. I'm balancing like being the head of three organizations while also maintaining my knowledge for my upcoming fight exam slash exams that I still got to graduate. So I'm like my pinky toe out the door, but I got to get the rest of my body there. So we working on it. We working on it.
I agree with both of y'all. For me personally, I'm a big procrastinator. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like I work best under pressure and I will literally wait to the absolute last minute to get something done. And that's something that I've been working on, especially since like moving into like a full-time job. I'm like, okay, Gina, like you're gonna have to get on top of stuff more quickly. And so that is something that I've been working on. What advice would you give to other students who want to strive for excellence but aren't sure where to start?
I would say be active in the clubs and extracurricular activities. Like in high school and undergrad, I know I've said that a million times, but in high school and undergrad, I wasn't really active in stuff around campus. And when I saw the fall line review, when I was going in the creative writing program, I was like, "Man, that's something that I should really do." Like, it's gonna be something that helps me on my resume in the future, first of all, because I wanna be a writer. And once I started getting that initial involvement, I was like, "This is really cool." I'm connecting with a whole bunch of students. I'm connecting with my educators on a different level, people who can write good recommendations for me. And it got me excited about learning and excited about school. And once you get that, like, dip your toe in the water of being excited about learning, it's just like you're on a freight train of like wanting to learn and wanting to be involved with everything. So my advice would be to just like dip your toe in. And if you don't like it, there's no pressure to like ever stay in a club, unless you've made commitments already. But yeah, just getting in initially, I think, is the way to go. And if something doesn't work out, try again.
Lauren, that is 100%. You darn near took every word out of my mouth. But just looking at it from a different aspect, I think it's important and imperative to be able to decipher who it is that students choose that they want to hang around. Oftentimes people say you are who you hang around, and I've seen that within myself, even initially getting here to Middle Georgia State University. My group, my friend group, excuse me, was extremely motivated with proactively studying and making sure that we had a healthy competition amongst ourselves of who was getting the best grades, who was doing their best. So creating that positive, motivating environment not only what made me want to do better, but also my peers as well. So be intentional, and also as something that you spoke on earlier, Lauren, we have so many resources here at Middle Georgia State University, and the best one is the professor in your classroom. If you are not talking to your professor after class, you are wrong.
Yeah.
I agree. Stay in the professor's face. Like, that will help you out so much if you're struggling. I did that. So you guys dropped some good gems today. I really enjoyed this. I think that was actually a good place to end it off at. Lauren and Cash, do y'all have anything else you may want to add or say to the viewers?
Real quick, I just want to encourage everyone to all students, no matter what your major is, to please submit any work to the fall line review. We're accepting submissions until I think 12th. So if you're a writer or a poet, an artist or photographer, you don't have to be a professional, just something you do in your free time. Like, please submit your work to us. We would love to read it. And being published in your university magazine is a really great look for any anybody on any resume. I really wanted to encourage people to submit their work to the fall line review.
Lauren, I'll be sending you something.
Thank you.
I'll definitely be sending you something. Can you drop the contact info for us?
Yeah. We have a website. All of the submissions go through the Fall Line Review website. I believe it's just the falllinereview.com. It's a Weebly site. But if you just Google the Fall Line Review, our website should be the first thing that pops up.
Perfect. Something that I want to leave with everybody is, as faculty, staff, administrators, to the wide community of Middle Georgia State University and all 5 campuses. Um, as SGA, the Student Government Association, we are here for you, and we want to make sure that you are having the best student and faculty experience possible, but mainly student. We are the voices of the students, and we want to make sure that at the end of the day, we are being held accountable. So if we don't have any actions needed, we can't present anything for students. So with that being said, if you have any questions, concerns, anything of that nature, I don't care if it's how do you get to class, please send it to sga@mga.edu. We are here for you.
All
Awesome.
right. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us. Special shout out again to Lauren and Cash. You can find this episode and future episodes at statementmga.com. Again, that is statementmga.com. We will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.